Hello everybody, I'm Ray. Welcome back to my channel, The Alchemy of Stress. And if you are here, trust that you're here for a reason. I'm an alchemist, so I work with energy, and that's how I heal stress, how I've learned to heal my own stress, a lifetime of stress. And there's an energetic resonance. If you find yourself here, then there's no doubt a reason for it. So what I do as an alchemist, as an intuitive, as a super empath, is I work with energy and consciousness, and I transform the stress that we carry in the body as a cellular memory, and transform this into its neutral state, into a healthy state. So the stress that you're experiencing and may have been experiencing for a very long time, that feels so deeply uncomfortable in your body, is something that we hold in the body. It keeps on getting triggered, and every time we're triggered we feel that deep discomfort, and it can produce emotions like anxiety and irritation and sadness and fear and self-doubt, and so many different ways that stress is felt in the body as an experience. And then there's also the health issues that we might be having as a result of stress. And the reason that we're experiencing these different symptoms and different illnesses and all the discomfort physically is because there's been a build-up of stress over the years that we haven't known what to do with. We weren't aware of it when it started, and it often starts at a very, very young age. We can even be born into stress. And without knowing how to deal with stress in the moment, the body contracts. There's a tension, a muscular tension, a tension in the mind. There's a kind of, everything shuts down while we deal with the discomfort. There's a fight, there's flight, freeze, fawn. We all know about the different stress states. But what's happening in the body is that there's a tension, a contraction, which means there's a holding in of whatever it is we were experiencing at the time. And if that continues, there's a build-up, and there's a build-up, and over the years, what we're holding, what we're carrying in the body starts to create an imbalance. Okay, there's a weighing down. That's the lack of energy, the low energy, or the depression, or conversely there's an agitation, that sense of being on edge. Our nerves are wired, and there's a hypervigilance and an inability to rest, to calm, to slow down. It's like you're always being chased or running out of time. And I talk about this in another post. It's about the lack, that stress is rooted in lack. We think it's a fear-based response, which it is in a way, but it's also rooted in lack. The lack of what we didn't receive when we were younger in terms of our basic needs for safety, care, consideration, attention, love in its many expressions. Okay? And so what I've learned to do, and I've learned to do this for myself because I'm someone who experienced chronic stress for over 40 years. And I've learnt, because I'm energy sensitive and have been empathic most of my life, apart from when I shut down through stress, I've learnt to work with what I feel in the body and the discomfort, and to understand that it's the body's way of showing us how to come back into balance. And as an energy healer and somebody who can work with consciousness, I've learned how to transform this expression of energy, the stress, the contraction, the heaviness, the illness that we can often experience through chronic stress. I've learned to transform it so that it creates more and more space in your body, in your being, in your life to live well. Okay? And it's a very natural process. It's a very empowering process. It's a very liberating process. And not only do you come back into health, your body comes back into balance naturally as you learn how to do this, but your life mirrors or reflects this change within you in so many ways, in your relationships, in your creativity, in your enthusiasm and motivation, your engagement in life. It's like coming back to life, actually. So who is the Alchemy of Stress for? For you, if you're open to exploring how to heal with consciousness, with energy, how to alchemize stress. And it's for you, if you know that there is more for you. You are not your stress. And I've said it before, it's not your fault that you're stressed. This is something that you have learnt as a behavior or just as what is normal in life. It's something that has become part of your, what I call your habit of being, but it's not who you are. And deep down, you know that. And it's for you if you've tried everything and you've got to the point where you're getting exasperated and maybe you're at that point where you're asking yourself, perhaps I'm just going to have to live with this for the rest of my life. But the truth is you don't. You don't have to. There is a way out that will not only heal stress, transform it for good, that's alchemy, but it will lead you back to the, what I call your core self, your core truth, who you are without the stress, without having to carry all that physically, mentally, emotionally. It is really a way to liberate yourself and to explore more and more of who you are and to expand into the truth of who you are. That's what I found. And while I've been on this journey myself, I've shared this progressively. And for the past 5 years or so, I've been helping people transform their stress, to alchemize stress. And I've created this channel specifically to talk about this potential and to share what I have found with as many people as possible. So if this resonates, please do like and share. It's powerful, and I really believe that this can help so many people who've been struggling with stress and the impact of stress on their health and their well-being and their lives in general. I think this can help so many people. I know it can. I've already seen the results. I'm creating this channel specifically to talk about the alchemy of stress, because this is my passion, my purpose work. It's why I'm here to share this. Okay, so thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing, those of you who are already here these early days. I'm so happy to have you here. Share your comments, share your story, ask me questions. That's what I'm here for, to help, to answer your questions. And if you're interested, then I invite you to look at the Alchemy of Stress in the Lighthouse. It's a web app that I've created, and that's where I work with people. Have a look around for free, 3 days. You've got a free access, and then you can do the whole 6-week course, a day-by-day course for $9.99. It's very, very accessible. And with that, you also get a free live session with me every week. It's a group live session, but there you get to do some one-to-one work and understand a little bit more about my process and this fabulous potential to alchemize stress for good. Okay. So thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next post.